Last time, we spent far more time than we were expecting talking to Mizuki, reminiscing with Mizuki, and learning more details about her. She's not only officially helping out with the investigation now, but I can't help but wonder if we're actually on her route.
Although it is hard to tell because I really doubt if we were on a different route we'd be having a different assistant. Does that make sense?
Well, regardless of whether there's some nebulous position of assistant or not, you have to admit we spent a lot of time with Mizuki.
It's true, I have to. I can't fight it anymore, as much as I am loath to it. Yes, of course.
One great way to tell that we have spent a lot of time with Mizuki is we are even in a flashback with her evil mother,
who's really working hard to earn that Mother of the Year award.
We're trying extremely hard to not be full of rage by staring at her horrible face. Like I said last time, Date is a saint for being her friend. Isn't it wonderful to know that some horrible person can still have a friend?
I suppose there is some solace to take in the world about that fact, yes.
No matter how awful of a human being someone is, there is one person out there that won't hate them.
And it's not us.
I did say one person, and there are two of us.
Speaking of hate, we're the Bittersweet Jamers.
Ah! All right then, go on. Go ahead. Let's talk to this lady. Get this out of the way.
You jot any more?
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
No, I think you do.
I think I don't.
I'm pretty sure you do.
My question, Billy, why can we even look at things here? There isn't anything.
I don't have an answer to that.
The problem is, we've been so trained by this game to investigate everything just in case there's something really funny that happens.
Well, all I really have to say about that is you never know when there will be.
Right! We've been trained to expect that, to make it worthwhile. However, I also kind of want to take the person who makes us look at the stool every single time and throttle him.
So, what do you think about what's going on, Mama?
I think she's loaded. Let her get this off her chest.
Fair enough, I suppose, but...
Well, if anyone has experience with drunk people, it'll be Mama. You should scold her.
Hey, Shoko, no.
Now hit her with a rolled-up newspaper.
There, I scolded her.
Thank you, Mama. After listening to all of her crap, I need a stiff drink.
Sure you aren't drinking too much, honey? If you pass out, there's no way I can control her.
There's something to be said for getting it off your chest and being able to express yourself, but when you're expressing such vile things about your own child, I am trying so hard to give her the benefit of the doubt, but I'm really not trying very hard, I guess.
So where's Mizuki now?
Sleeping at home, not knowing that her mother is crying her eyes out because of her.
What do you want from her? What do you think a child is?
Do you think she's just supposed to, do everything you say at every moment and anticipate all your needs and wants? She's a freaking child!
Alright, well, go on. Complain about your kids some more. Look, if you want sympathy as a parent, nobody is gonna have problems giving you sympathy. The problem is when you accuse your child
of being some sort of evil monster. Abnormal, inhuman.
Yeah, brain dead, useless. How dare she want your attention? How dare she care about you?
Please do go on. I'm hanging on your every word.
I quit my job for that girl. I threw away the career that I built with my own hands. I raised my child at the expense of my own life. But one little slap.
Are you hitting your kid?
There's nothing I can do. I have no choice.
What?
Woo! That is not going to get you any points with me, lady.
Oh my god.
I know you should never raise your hand to a child. I know that. But I have a good reason.
No, you don't. You think you have a good reason, but I guarantee you, you don't.
She doesn't listen to me, so what else am I supposed to do?
Excuse me, doesn't listen to you.
What the hell do you mean, what am I supposed to do?
If saying go to bed was enough, then no parent would ever need any sympathy. Like I said, I understand complaining and, wanting to express your frustration.
Yeah.
This is going about 15 steps too far. I'm honestly... Shut up, I don't even care.
That's no reason to hit a child.
So of course she starts crying.
Yes!
This is why I'm just letting her go. I don't want to...
Yeah, don't want to engage with it.
And the worst... But God dang... Her mother's death hurt Mizuki so much, and this is the type of garbage she's saying about it. This goes to show... Nah, forget it. No, I'm done.
And it's so irritating that I have to hit her again to get her to stop. And Mizuki cries and cries some more. Why are you crying? If you're gonna cry, why didn't you just listen to me in the first place?
Don't engage, just leave it alone.
Then I wouldn't have to hit you. Stupid Mizuki.
I think that Date would probably be within his rights to actually just be like, Shoko, look at me real fast, and then punch her.
I shouldn't laugh, but I kind of feel the same way.
Stupid girl. It's not my fault. Everything is her fault.
Have you talked to Renju about this?
I'm trying. I'm trying harder than anyone.
I get that Renju is not perfect, has a lot of problems, okay? But you know who he's not? Shoko. Anytime Mizuki talks about her dad, it's clear that whatever troubles there are, she really loves him.
Yeah.
There's a real bond there.
Yeah, she doesn't have quite so many nice things to say about her mom.
When Renju and Date are at a bar talking about Mizuki, he's like, I don't think I can take care of her right now because I'm in such a horrible place and I don't want her to suffer. Please help me.
Yeah, exactly.
You're the only person I can trust. Then other times that Renju and Date are at the bar, he's asking Date about her. But this is what Shoko talked about.
Why doesn't anyone see that? Why doesn't anyone understand?
Date.
Yeah, I'll talk to Renju about this.
It was my misunderstanding.
Oh, it's nice to actually get to see him and hear his voice, Also, it's clear that Date was pretty involved in the Mizuki situation, perhaps more so than we thought.
Right.
What do you mean?
I thought that mothers love their children unconditionally.
That's a logical assumption to make.
But some mothers just can't do that.
Yes, it's true.
The problem is that Shoko has a hole in her heart.
Well, no. Maybe she does love her. But she has a hard time of it. Shoko was never hugged by her mother.
I mean, that's sad. That's really sad. Break the cycle, etc.
Not because her mother wasn't around. She was raised to never develop a sensitivity to affection. No hugs, no piggyback rides, nothing.
And you see how well it turned out.
Maybe that's why she doesn't know how to love Mizuki.
That's no excuse for how she treats her.
It's not natural.
When an animal raised in captivity gives birth, sometimes it just doesn't know how to raise its young. It's just like that.
It is completely biologically natural for mammals to enjoy physical contact with other mammals. Mm-hmm. And the thing that's unnatural is denying that. That's, why children seek it and why parents want to give it.
Right.
It's why we like petting dogs and cats.
Yeah.
I do get that it's pretty complicated. If she just wouldn't have expressed any of this stuff like the way that she did, and I understand she's drunk. If she was complaining about her own affection,
yeah,
then I could be sympathetic. But no, she was calling her child brain dead and stupid and unnatural.
And saying it wasn't her fault or anything like that.
Yeah, and that's, if you want to say you don't understand, well, you're right, we don't understand. But don't give me this, it's not my responsibility, and my child is the one that's wrong. And so that's why we had this type of response. And even Renju is trying to give her a bit of the benefit of the doubt.
Well, he married her.
I wonder why. Probably because they're both artistic, creative types and are very good at it and completely understand that.
And it could just be that he might be similar to her, and like maybe he's not too big on expressing emotion, and so he doesn't require as deep of an emotional return on his relationships.
Or it could even be something like there is a level of similarity so he understands it,
Yeah.
even if he doesn't share it.
Yeah. Hey, Mama, did you lose weight?
What are we talking about this for?
I'm not going to let you set up a joke.
Oh.
Listen to Ren's story.
Then don't give us the option to talk to you.
So what do you think about what's going on?
Why are you asking me about raising a child,
Yeah, good point.
Really? You're not even going to say, oh no, Mama, you'd be a great mother.
Well, she's clearly been really good to Mizuki and has looked at everything that she has seen regarding this situation correctly.
Yeah, she's got a great sense of judgment. So what time do you close tonight?
Well, rather what I mean is she's kind of normal.
When you two are done talking, that's when I'll close up.
It's Shoko that's not normal.
Yeah.
Sorry about this.
Well, they're friends, you know?
I do feel bad about Shoko, but I really want to punch her too.
But that doesn't mean she's blameless in all this.
Nobody thinks that.
Someone has to put a stop to it.
Yep.
If I could have, I would have done it a long time ago.
What about counseling?
I did recommend that. She told me, I'm not sick. Why should I go see a doctor? Mizuki is the problem. Mizuki is the sick one.
Can't get counseling if the person's not willing to accept it. Even if you did force her to go, it won't help unless she wants it to work. Maybe it's best if Mizuki and Shoko are separated.
I actually do have... I have a variety of personal experiences on this topic relating to myself or others, and I will talk about none of them.
No, Mizuki would never leave Shoko.
I mean, look at that.
She wouldn't hear of it. Mizuki and Shoko are practically attached at the hip.
She hates her, though!
Even with all of the hitting?
Yeah!
Well, the hitting may be how she gets attention. That's attention from her mom, the attention that she wants.
That's how people get screwed up.
It is amazing that Mizuki is
As
not...
well adjusted as she is?
Yeah.
You would think that she would have been like, those bullies are going to get the daylights pounded out of them, but instead she accepted the beating, thinking there was no way she could fight back.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm sure that she does have some problems and is going to have some problems, but she has a good head on her shoulders, let alone her parents' murder. She'll be able to deal with it, but it's not like it's going to be easy.
No, but she's got Date at least.
Well,
Yes.
she darn well better.
Even if she's abused on a daily basis, even if she's treated like garbage, maybe. Mizuki is hungry for love. She craves praise and attention and physical affection. She wants it from her mother. That's why she's so attached.
The almost clinical way he's talking is what makes me believe that there's a lot of similarities between him and Shoko. And let me assure you, I am biased against fathers, so that means something.
You know, that's a good point. I had always been assuming that he hadn't had a problem in his attitude towards Mizuki. He clearly is a very clinical guy, like you said. But the reason I assumed that they had more of a normal relationship is the way that Mizuki talked about him. But if Mizuki even acted towards her mother like this, maybe you're right. Maybe they are kind of similar in that regard.
Not trying to say anything bad about Renju.
No, obviously not.
Couldn't you step in and take over the parenting?
I'll say the same
I
thing.
have a company now.
Yeah, exactly. I have to deal with my life, but the difference is I obviously love my daughter and don't beat her or think she's stupid.
Right.
Lemniscate.
And we're at a crucial stage of development. I can't take even a single second out of my day to deal with a kid.
Yeah, he's kind of doing the same thing.
Hey, that's your daughter you're talking about.
In a way, making sure he can provide for his family is important too.
Well, more even than just in a way, but yeah.
Maybe because you two can't cooperate on raising a child, Shoko is having trouble coping.
Huh, yeah,
That might be it.
that's a good point.
Maybe this is partially my fault.
This is getting... okay, I'm seriously going to shut up. This is getting too much for me.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna say it. You two are both awful parents.
Yeah, pretty much.
I knew about the whole thing. That's why 4 years ago, I decided to start taking care of Mizuki. Mizuki, you did nothing wrong. Don't blame yourself. It's not your fault. Not one single thing was your fault.
Poor thing.
It's so easy for a kid in that situation to blame themselves. And
They're going
they're
to.
the reason.
They're going to.
It's gonna happen every single time.
It doesn't mean it's right, but... I mean, I said this at the end of the last episode. I don't see how someone cannot do that. Especially because in some ways, you're right. Like, in some ways, the argument is correct. That doesn't make it okay. Look, I'm either going to go on a big lecture and then start getting angry and ranty, and I've been trying to hold it back, but...
I like that you're getting far more angry over this than me, whose past is not so dissimilar from Mizuki's.
This is where Iris and Ota almost got killed, right?
Maybe?
Gives me goosebumps.
You scared? That's rare. You need to chill.
You need to get better jokes.
Oh, I understand. Chill, meaning both cold and relax. A pun intended.
But you're just butting in on the conversation to make sure Date doesn't forget about you. You've told so many of these types of jokes.
Well, she hasn't been in any of the flashbacks, so...
Don't explain it, it's embarrassing.
Hey man, how's that super tech vest going for you?
It's a cop. He looks so cold he might piss his pants.
That good, huh?
A wooden box on the shelf.
What would happen if I put you in that box and then soaked it in gasoline and then lit it on fire?
What do you think would happen?
I would die.
You wouldn't be able to start a fire, it's too cold. That's how it works, right?
I'd die, obviously. Well, you couldn't fit me in the box anyway.
Oh. I'll just cut you into pieces then.
Jesus! There's a cardboard box on the floor.
What would happen if I put you in that box and then dropped a 5-ton weight on it?
Mizuki, what are you doing? Is everything okay?
I'd die, obviously.
Like, after all that crying, now you just want to inflict violence on Date? This is what we were expecting. That you would have taken the bullies, chopped them up, put them in a box, doused it in gasoline, lit it on fire, and then dropped a 5-ton weight on it because of, all the anger and frustration from your past. Now that you have let all of these feelings out, now you're doing this?
At least she keeps it in the realm of, verbal speech instead of actual action.
Hey, Dad, what would happen if I took out a shotgun, stuck it up your nose, and then started hitting you on the back of the head with an axe?
I would die in a very confused manner.
Jeez, do you want to kill me?
I would collect a lot of insurance.
Are you the beneficiary?
Well,
Might be.
if Date was taking care of her, then yeah, you kind of would have to be, right?
Well, actually, I guess there's no reason for him to have life insurance except for Mizuki.
Yeah.
He doesn't have next of kin, memories, or friends.
Oh, that makes me sad. An ice cutting machine.
I could cut you to pieces with that.
I'd threaten her, like, you better watch your mouth, young lady, or I'll give you a smack. But A, that's in horrible taste considering the previous context. And B, then she'd hit Date back and then he'd die.
I guess that's far more to the point than she prefers. She prefers some sort of, Wile E. Coyote configuration.
A Rube Goldberg machine.
So, Mizuki, are you in fact cold?
Could I have your jacket? Oh, wait. Never mind.
You could have had the jacket. You could have had Date's jacket. But you just talked about killing him. You talked about cutting him up in the ice cutting machine, dropping a 5-pound weight on him while he's in a box, dousing him with gasoline and lighting him on fire after chopping... Oh yeah, he was chopped up in the ice machine already. So, You don't get the jacket now. Cause and effect.
That jacket probably hasn't been washed in years.
Excuse you, I've got 4 more copies back at the apartment.
Who said I'd give it to you anyway? Don't disregard good intentions so casually.
Mizuki is a quick thinker. You are her father figure now. You should praise her so she matures.
If I praise her, she'll see it as a sign of weakness.
I don't want her to mature. She's trouble enough as it is.
Have you been here before?
No, why?
Huh? What do you mean?
This is Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse.
But we've already established that it was her grandfather that owned this.
I know you said Renju doesn't own it or anything, but I thought maybe you might have seen it before.
No, not at all.
Really?
Yes, stop being annoying.
Why would you be so surprised if she hasn't gone to a warehouse? It'd be one thing if this was the only thing the family owned.
She'd only even heard about her grandfather. She never met him. So why would she have anything to do with something owned by her grandfather but not owned by her current father?
Why would I lie about that?
Her current father? Who are you talking about, Date?
I suppose that is what that means. Anything on your mind besides how cold it is?
The polar bear. Where did he hurt his leg? He did get hurt, right? The boss lady said so.
The crane hook got stuck on the polar bear's left leg. And then, when the hook got pulled out, blood sprayed all over.
That's right. The polar bear must have been bleeding badly at this warehouse.
That's right.
That means...
BSG and blood. Here we come.
So, do you like your line of work?
Well, I don't dislike it. Of course, depending on the case, sometimes it does get pretty discouraging. But that just makes the job all the more important, right? It means it really makes a difference in the world.
You're a great guy.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
You should learn from him.
Do you know why I do this job? What keeps me going?
It's gonna be something dumb, isn't it?
I heard you became a cop so you could steal underwear from the gym and not get in trouble.
No, I'm pretty sure I'd still get in trouble if I stole underwear from the gym.
Who told you that? I'll show them trouble.
Meanwhile, Kagami's just like, I'm staying out of this.
Any new leads?
Of course not.
No, not so far.
He never finds any leads because all he does is stare at the ground at an empty clipboard. Forever. See, the clipboard's empty. He's gonna write something on it.
You know, we do wind up seeing each other a lot.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe in a previous life we...
Nope.
Taro. You must be Taro, right?
No, I'm not Taro.
He's Kaniza. Come on, don't you remember?
So what's your name? Kajami?
Now don't start that again.
I remember. It was Kagami, right?
What did you say?
What did you say? Really? You've got my name right?
Is this the end of the Kagami route?
No! If he remembers the name, it'll all be over. Maybe this means that Kagami's gonna be the next victim.
Oh, sorry, my fault. Must be mistaken.
No, you're exactly right. Wow.
What's the matter with you?
Sorry, I just get so emotional sometimes.
Date, this guy is kind of weird.
Oh, so are you, and so is Date.
Mizuki, we all have our hang-ups.
You're right, Mizuki. Stay away.
Huh? What?
He's a good influence.
There are a lot of weirdos out there. If you get a bad feeling, trust your instincts and don't get too close.
Yeah, I'll be careful.
Hey.
Poor Kagami, he doesn't deserve this. You must be exhausted.
Writing on an empty clipboard, looking at the ground, and never actually accomplishing anything or finding anything, but feeling that you're trying to make the world what did I say? Werewolf?
World?
The werewolf a better place?
How?
This might sound weird coming from me, but don't push yourself too hard, okay?
Yeah, rest your elbow from time to time, man.
Thank you for caring. It means a lot.
I just can't handle it sometimes. I'm just so... Sometimes the work I do, it really makes a difference.
What's your name?
Huh?
I'm sorry. I just totally forgot.
Date, sir?
Hmm? What is it?
This is how it's supposed to be.
I was wondering if he was about to turn and, like, threaten him with death, but...
This is my role in life.
A man like you doesn't have to remember the names of people like me.
But we're co-workers. We both work for the MPD. Isn't it rude to not remember your name?
Yes, very.
No, not at all. It has to be this way.
All right, if you say so.
I am not persuaded.
Now that Kagami has accepted his role in the world.
Ota was down around here, right?
Correct.
The bloodstains there must belong to Ota.
And that was confirmed as far as I know.
Right.
Correct.
Again, there's
No, wait.
no blood from when Beartron X was hit by the crane.
That's where the polar bear's leg was pierced by the hook.
Oh.
But they already found that blood was Ota's. Didn't they? Kagami!
Well, if it was a genetic match for Ota, and if he was stabbed and blood on top
I
of
can't
it,
even begin to talk about that because I wouldn't know. I mean, two people's blood, even if they're genetically related, do not instantly scan as identical, I believe. And furthermore, DNA forensics isn't nearly as reliable as a lot of people think. It's not like it's unreliable. I'm just saying that's a type of speculation that I think no one can engage in.
Okay.
Date, I've analyzed the blood. The bloodstain here is not from a single person.
Then how come Kagami didn't find that?
2 different blood types are present.
Kagami?
What can you expect of him? He is staring at the box with an empty clipboard.
One of them is most likely Ota's. The other...
Hey, do you have DNA forensics on that bloodstain?
Of course, yeah.
Dude, you told me before it was Ota's. This is on you, man.
I already sent it to the lab to be analyzed. I'm just waiting to hear back.
Then why'd you say it was Ota's?
Kagami, you're letting us down.
Why are you waiting?
Because that blood is from Ota Matsushida's wound, right? I didn't think there was any need to rush the results.
Tell them we need it analyzed urgently. Highest priority. The culprit's blood is mixed with Ota's.
Yes, sir. Understood.
You did it, Date. We're making progress.
If this goes well, we can identify the criminal with a single test.
Hopefully.
But it might take some time for the results to come out. No point waiting here.
We'll wait until tomorrow.
We might as well check somewhere else.
Got it.
I am so disappointed in Kagami after just defeating Date in battle. I think Date's only gotten the better of him one time.
Yeah, you know what? I think you're right.
It's a shame that Kagami isn't as good at his job as he is at sparring with Date.
I visited Sunfish Pocket with Mizuki, where Renju was killed. Once again, I looked for any clues we might have missed.
Is it time to talk about Dad?
I guess it was a waste of time.
Yeah. I didn't find any clues.
Sorry, I just had a weird and inappropriate thought, and I want to say never mind, but when does that ever stop me? Who owns this business?
Renju?
Who?
Renju?
No, he doesn't own it. He's dead.
Oh.
I mean, I guess it depends on the companies themselves, but it's like, depending on the type of company he had set up, it's possible that it actually would go to Mizuki's hands. It might not, but they might.
Inheritance discussions with PSG.
I told you it was inappropriate. This is us throttling game developers. It's like we're dogs. It's a very Pavlovian dog response.
Ryugu water, 980 yen.
See what I'm saying?
980 yen?
Yep.
For water?
Not just water, seawater.
Why?
You can't even drink it.
So they charge you $10 for a glass of seawater? But you see what I'm saying? If it weren't for stuff like this, we wouldn't have to spend so much time looking. But they keep giving us stuff like this, and they keep making us look.
So we have to.
It's like a love-hate thing. I don't know if I'll ever get over it. Like an ex. I know that what I need to do is just move on, but you just never know. Oh, I'm so full of regrets. I'll never be able to move forward with my life. You don't understand. Nobody understands.
Which one is your type, Date?
Where is this coming from?
Just tell me.
Yeah, I wonder what it'll say.
Well, let's see.
Wow, you're really thinking about it?
Oh, come on!
Anytime she asks him about his taste in women, it's a trap. Every single time.
All right, Billy.
Yeah?
Pick one.
That's a toughie. Probably the top left. I really like dark hair.
I think it would either be top row, second from the right.
Uh-huh.
Or like the disdainful one on the bottom row, third from the left.
Disgusting.
You asked.
Pictures of maids on display. If I had to pick one, I'd say the second one from the left on the top row is my type. Of course, if it came down to it, I wouldn't say no to any of them. Can you think of anything I might have overlooked?
Not really.
I'm sorry for bringing you back here.
Because this is where Daddy's corpse was?
Ugh.
Yeah.
I told you before, it's fine.
Is it though?
I was the one who said I wanted to come with you, so...
It's how she's trying to face it and move on.
And that's respectable.
More than respectable.
Admirable, especially considering how jacked up her relationships with them were. Well, let's get going.
Yeah, nothing we can do here.
Oh, I was expecting another flashback sequence. Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Date, a call from boss. Shall I connect you?
Yes, please.
No, wait. If I take the call, Mizuki might ask questions.
Are you talking to yourself again? Do you
Oh,
need
yeah.
to go to the hospital?
Exactly.
I can put it on speaker.
Why is the boss's voice coming out of your eyeball?
Through the car, dummy!
Date, are you with Mizuki right now?
Yes, what's up?
I need you to come to Abyss headquarters with Mizuki.
I was just heading there. Did something happen?
Yeah, the head office is here.
Uh-oh.
They want to get information from Mizuki. We here at Abyss have her testimony, but the rest of the MPD wants to hear from her. They didn't get anything from her last time. They want to do an official questioning.
Yeah, she wasn't able to talk before, and then we've been running around with her ever since.
And she says no. But why?
This order comes straight from the top. We don't have the power to say no.
That's what I was thinking.
So, please.
You heard her.
I don't want to. I want to keep investigating.
Well, we've basically investigated everything that can be investigated.
There's nothing we can do. We can't fight the power of the state.
This doesn't mean that you can't keep investigating later.
Right!
This isn't the end of anything.
You are the power of the state.
Abyss is a toenail on the foot of the state.
And you know what toenails have? Fungus. And you know what else? You gotta clip it off when it gets too big. Yeah!
Well, Date is a pretty fun guy.
Oh!
As far as they're concerned, we don't really do anything, and we don't have any say in what they do. And anytime we get too troublesome, they cut us off.
Yeah!
Who is that?
Why? Stupid Date.
I don't have anything to do with this! Meow. Meow. Meow.
What?
Meow.
What's wrong with the car?
That's how you know the engine's purring.
Sorry for the trouble.
Don't worry about it. I'm just a slave to you anyway.
Oh, come on. I don't treat you like a slave, do I?
I'm not around you enough to know.
Just because I sometimes make you lick between my toes?
Oi! Not in front of Mizuki!
Ew, what?
I didn't lick anything.
Well, she did want him to lick her shoes. You know, I've always understood the foot fetish to be that one person likes someone else's foot.
Uh-huh.
Not that a person likes their own foot.
We are not about to get into a foot fetish discussion, David.
What do you call that? Autopedophilia? Autopodophilia?
Probably autopodophilia, because there's already a pedophilia and we don't talk about that.
Anyway, thanks, Date. And don't worry about Mizuki. I told HQ to take it easy.
Mizuki, just make sure you behave and listen.
Yeah, nothing bad's gonna happen.
And no matter how angry you get, don't touch anything.
It'll be over soon, don't worry. Besides that, Date, there's something I have to tell you.
Is it the results of the blood analysis?
You have a message from one of the inspectors at the
Excellent.
warehouse. Kagami, something like that.
Seriously? Maybe it's actually not a joke and it's just something that's in the air.
Kagami has a mimetic factor where people just can't remember his name.
Kaniza?
Oh, yeah, that's it. A message from Kaniza.
No, that is a crab's pincers. They go deep, 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 deep. Actually, they don't make that sound, but they do that though, okay? That's not a person. That is a part of a crab.
He wants to give you some information in person at the warehouse.
Could he have...
The blood results?
I'll head over right away. Mizuki, you be a good girl, okay?
Is it just me, or is this entire game Mizuki complaining that she wants to be with Date on the investigation, her being there until there's some excuse to pull her out, and then the next time it's going to be she wants to be in the investigation again?
Yeah, so far that seems to be the case.
Ugh.
Jeez.
Date, sorry to make you come all the way down here.
What is it, Moriarty?
But I have the results of the DNA analysis.
And
What did you find?
It's just like you said, there were two different blood signatures. One is definitely from Ota Matsushita. The other...
Huh?
Well, we got the results, but
But?
we couldn't find any matches in our database.
Okay. Well, now, I don't know...
That is not surprising. HQ does not have a complete record of everyone's DNA.
Exactly what I was about to say. It's not like everyone in the whole world submits their DNA to a database. The only reason that you would is if there was either some type of interesting medical procedure or they have a criminal record.
Yeah.
What now?
So it means that it's someone who has never committed a crime.
What now?
Do not panic. I have a piece of information I think you should know.
What is it?
I have discovered a suspicious person at your 12 o'clock. 200 yards.
Isn't that Sejima all the way over there?
That does appear to be Sejima, yeah.
I mean, look, I can't really see, but...
He's looking this way.
Person? This guy?
Kagami is suspicious. However, he's a little too close.
Oh, little Date, time for your medication.
Mini.
I said 200 yards ahead.
If Kagami were 200 yards ahead and appeared like this, then what is he, 180 meters tall?
Where are you looking?
At the skip-tater.
You're right. There's someone there. But I'm not close enough to tell.
If only I had some... I'll use the zoom now.
Yeah, I was right.
It's this barrel!
That's...
So Sejima.
I love it when I'm right.
I don't believe it. His left leg.
Really?
Huh?
Oh!
So Sejima! Stop!
I find it really hard to believe that he's the Cyclops killer, but...
Damn it!
It seemed like this particular incident was unrelated.
Him. So's the culprit.
Right?
Calm down. We cannot yet make that conclusion. He was only dragging his left leg.
And why would So Sejima have had that knife?
Like we theorized, it's possible that that knife wasn't actually there and it was just Ota's representation of struggling against an adult figure.
Fair enough, but then there's also the matter of the Odorokimon chocolate that Ota does not want to talk about, and that no one wants to ask it.
Oh, I'm not saying that this really necessarily changes anything, but it is suspicious.
Maybe So Sejima is actually Ota's father. Or maybe Sejima is having an affair with Mayumi.
Moving on.
If you could have seen the look on Billy's face. See, of course what I said was utterly ridiculous and farcical and cannot possibly be true.
The incredulity.
But he's been all over this case so far. Shoko and Renju are both in bed with the Kumakuras, and the Kumakuras know So. And not just that. We saw him in Iris's Somnium.
Right.
Still.
I suppose it could have been Iris giving So mouth to mouth? Like in the most positive towards Iris interpretation it could be? Like he was having some sort of thing and she performed CPR?
You're telling me.
I am aware of how ridiculous and far-fetched this is.
Never mind. I refuse to even dignify that with a response.
And he has no alibi. No alibi for Shoko, Renju, or the warehouse.
Of course, it can't be him. It's too obvious. You start getting involved with the Yakuza. Why would this be a Yakuza game? If this were going to be a Yakuza game, it would be a Yakuza game, not what it is.
Right.
Date, calm down.
Not that he's not connected. Of course he is.
Yeah.
The only thing we have so far is circumstantial evidence. We also do not have any established motive.
You know,
also that.
Wouldn't it suck if you just happened to have hurt your leg? Quite legitimately nothing funny going on, or at least nothing funny that anybody needs to know about. And you happen to be connected to this case, and you're like, no, I'm serious. No, I'm not lying about this. Oh, you're not lying about it? So you were lying about the things before? No, I'm not lying about anything!
Why would he kill Shoko and Renju? Why would he cut out Iris's eyeball?
Well...
However, I do agree that So is suspicious.
He is so suspicious.
Do you agree with me or not?
I am explaining to you that we currently do not have enough evidence to bring him in. Confronting him now would only result in him denying everything. We need direct evidence.
And it's also very possible that if Date keeps hounding him, So might have some sort of legal way to be like, this officer has been harassing me.
By the same token, Date could still disclose this stuff. I mean, it would be a double-edged sword if So were to do that.
That's true, that's true.
He could disclose the Yakuza connection, because he never did, and So was expecting him to.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Direct evidence.
The criminal's blood from the cold storage warehouse. If the DNA matches So's...
Okay, so all we gotta do is sneak into his house, fight past his army of robot android clones, take a needle, jab it into So, get his blood, examine his leg without waking him up, and then leave, fighting a boss on the way out.
Now for the obligatory stealth section.
Right. We need to get So's DNA.
The question is, how?
So, again, it seems to me like this person would not be the Cyclops killer. Like, So is not the Cyclops killer, but was doing this for some reason and wanted to make it look like that because it was already something sensational going on.
Yeah, the entire thing just did not fit with the Cyclops killer's MO in any way, shape, or form. That's beyond the missing eye.
And then there's all the other discrepancies. Like in Ota's account. Where can we get So's DNA?
Could we get him off the cigarettes at the Yakuza office?
I'm pretty sure they dumped the ashtray.
Good point.
But going over there does seem like a good idea. We know he's been there at some point.
Yeah. I can't really think of anything else. I doubt he's just going to be like, oh, you want to take a, cheek swab? Sure, why not?
If a cop comes up to you trying to do a cheek swab, you know what he's doing. So it's either sneak into So's house, which doesn't actually seem like a good idea, it seems terrible.
Or go to the Kumakura office.
I mean, I can't think of anything else.
So the only place that makes sense to me is the Kumakura office.
I guess we'll dig through their garbage and, try to vacuum up skin off of the...
Maybe some hair strands?
Actually, that's pretty feasible.
Like in the cushion?
We'll see how, or in the other room, we'll see how clean they are.
Hey, Aiba. Do you remember when we went to the Kumakura's office Sunday?
Of course. I am incapable of forgetting anything.
Uh-huh.
Then let me ask you a question. What was on the table in front of the sofa?
The cigarette butts.
They have to have emptied it!
So was smoking those cigarettes.
Exactly. And So's saliva might still be on the butts. If we have that, we have So's DNA.
That was 2 or 3 days ago!
Wait a moment.
Well, we don't know when the last time So was there. He may have been there and smoked since then.
That's true.
That was 2 days ago. The ashtray must have been emptied by now.
Thank you, Aiba.
But there's a chance. We have to at least try.
I agree.
I mean, there's trash collection and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Finding out, I don't know when their trash would get picked up, but it's also possible that, you can go dig through the trash and find, the remnants.
No one ever talks about the glories of trash digging in a detective's line of work.
You think that Kagami would get to do that type of work,
All right, let's head there.
I'm here to dig through your trash.
Hey, what are you doing here?
You fucking with us, old man?
You have no right to complain because you guys assaulted a police officer with illegal weapons and did not get in any trouble at all over this. So you had better just be like, yes, sir, what can we help you with? Or else.
Date, don't bother.
I know.
I approached the sofa without saying anything.
Mamu, excuse me.
I looked at the ashtray on the table, but...
Hey, where are the cigarette butts that were in here?
We emptied them. What do you think we are? A bunch of unsanitary barbarians? We do not live in our own human filth, or someone else's human filth, as it may be.
Huh? The cigarette butts, from when I was here a few days ago.
We threw them away, of course, dumbass.
Where, dumbass?
Why do you care about some cigarettes?
Don't worry about it. The sooner you tell me where, the sooner I'll get out of your hair.
I need them for the investigation of the new Cyclops serial killings.
I see.
You give me this information, me leave! Me leave you alone. You should cooperate.
Just last morning, I heard there was a new victim. I didn't watch it, but I heard something about it being streamed online.
Poor girl got one of her eyes cut out.
I know that, idiot.
Sorry.
And you're here for the investigation?
Yes.
We don't suspect you.
Yeah, you guys are not under suspicion.
So if I cooperate, you'll help you arrest this guy?
I seem to remember that he was very big on humanity and justice, and the one with the hair dyed blonde was like really angry about domestic violence.
And the one with the pit bull shirt was really big on animals.
Yes, but him liking dogs isn't the same category as the others.
Right, but I'm just saying he also has this good
I'm
point.
trying to talk about, rather than go on for 3 more minutes about this, all I was trying to say is Mamu, and like blonde-haired guy who is higher ranking than he appears. There is reason from their character profiles to believe they would care about this. That is all I was trying to say. That is all. But it keeps going. And does it keep going because of me? Does it keep going because of me? Or is it continuing to go because of you? I don't think it's because of me. I think it's entirely your fault. Why are you looking at me as I continue to go on and on and on and on?
That's enough out of you.
Correct.
All right. Look around as much as you want.
Huh?
That was easy.
Just because they're young.
I already talked about this, and I went on and on. We've established this point.
You said you were looking for cigarette butts, right?
Yeah, the one So was smoking.
So Sajima? You think he did it?
No, nothing for sure yet.
But we would really like to get this information.
Hey guys, where's the cigarettes that were in here?
Probably in the trash in the back, boss.
Bring me the one that So was smoking.
Yes, sir.
He's even having his grunts dig through the trash instead of making Date do it.
Which is good. Dang. What was that brand? I just don't remember the detail, but they specified it.
The henchmen went into the back room. They soon came back with 4 cigarette butts in a plastic bag. I used disposable chopsticks to lay them out on the table.
I didn't touch him.
I'm being considerate, I see.
Yeah, good job.
But why did you bring 4?
There were a couple of other cigarette butts in the bin.
I didn't know which one So smoked.
We are gonna have to remember the brand. I'll recognize it. I think it had a K.
I think so.
MoMA?
I don't remember.
Well, Aiba is incapable of forgetting anything, but we can remember things too.
But So cigarette is definitely one of these?
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Date, remember the brand that So was smoking?
Thank you.
Right. He was smoking.
Oh, jeez.
No. That.
Klein, yeah.
Klein. I remember. So was smoking a Klein cigarette.
Correct.
I wrapped the Klein cigarette butt in my handkerchief and pocketed it.
All right, thanks, boys.
Let's return to Abyss.
Nice doing business with you.
Yeah, see? We could get along just fine without having to go into a gunfight with a minigun.
Cooperation. Thank you for your cooperation.
Pewter should be able to get DNA from it.
Got it.
Looks like you found it.
Yeah, thanks to you.
Ah, this was nothing. Anything for Tessa.
Tessa?
I see, he's a fan.
Did you just say Tessa?
I just heard it was being streamed online.
What are you talking about, you Neanderthal?
I'm not a fan of no internet idol who plays video games and dances.
I said anything for Tesseract.
Anything for Tessa's act?
That doesn't even make sense.
Shut up!
Just let it go, Date. Just let it go.
If you're done here, get your ass going.
All right. Whatever you say.
Of course, because Tessa, only her fans call her Tessa.
Yep.
I'm counting on you, Pewter.
Well, it seems like we've actually made some progress in the investigation.
Use your evil scientist powers to glean the truth.
You can leave it to me.
Pewter took the cigarette butt for me.
If the DNA on that cigarette butt matches the bloodstain in the warehouse,
then that would mean that it was So who was in the bear costume.
If So is in the bear costume, then I don't even know what's going on anymore.
We still have to account for Mayumi. We still have to account for the Odorokimon chocolate that Ota didn't want to talk about, and it's still really weird, but...
There would be no doubt that So Sejima is our mysterious polar bear.
how long will it take to analyze?
You know, it occurred to me, just because they proved So was in the bear costume doesn't necessarily mean Ota's testimony of the bear stabbing him was correct. Mayumi could have still been there under some other sort of...
Well, while that's true, that would mean that in one location, the crane hit Beartron X. There was some blood there.
Yeah.
And then, while standing in that blood, you're accusing Mayumi of walking up to Ota and stabbing him. The only reason that we kept saying that it was Mayumi is because Beartron X pulled out the knife and she was captured eating the Odorokimon chocolate that was discarded there. It makes no sense for her to have been there.
Actually, someone in the comments did say that the Odorokimon chocolate was unopened, but the translation didn't make it clear.
Oh, that's important.
Yeah.
Even still,
right.
Even still, that means it was purchased at some point.
Yeah.
If I had 6 hours...
You've got 3.
That's totally unreasonable. But I suppose...
Look, I guess what I was getting at was that I'm not attached to the it was Mayumi idea, but we had some evidence to need to consider that. But that doesn't mean that we've decided that that's what it was.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I will do my best to have this analyzed in 3 hours.
Look, if you learned anything from Chief Engineer Montgomery Scott...
I knew that's what you were going to say, because I was thinking it too.
Well, go right ahead.
You never tell the top brass how long it's actually going to take, or they'll stop believing you can work miracles.
You folded pretty easily on that.
I want to catch the criminal as soon as possible. That's all. Now, because time is of the essence...
That is absolutely what he's doing.
Excuse me.
All dramatically, excuse me.
How is Mizuki, by the way?
They finished questioning her. I had one of the officers take her home. She should be there by now.
Good.
So Sejima. I can't believe it, of all people.
I still say he has nothing to do with the Cyclops serial killings.
Right. Even if we do link him to this thing somehow.
We don't know that for sure yet.
But you saw that his leg was injured, right? It's pretty damning evidence.
Don't be too hasty, boss.
Even though I was more than willing to throw him under the bus earlier.
You were saying the same thing earlier.
Shut up, Ayaba. I'm trying to appear reasonable.
Anyway, let's wait for the results. That will clear everything up.
Yeah, you're right. I hope this won't be trouble.
Trouble?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Every time you say stuff like this, you just make me more suspicious, boss.
Well, there's a lot of stuff that she doesn't want to talk about, but I don't know.
Pewter, is it true? The results are in?
And?
Yes. The DNA I collected from the cigarette butt is a positive match to the bloodstain from the warehouse.
It's like we need another piece of evidence in order, something else that is critical in order to actually put everything together, and I feel like we can really only get that by addressing the Ota stuff. Remember, the game has shown us the floral pattern knife and his Somnium.
No one's commented on it yet.
And there's the chocolate.
Yeah.
We need to grill Ota some more, or something like that, and we can start to make sense of this.
Really? It was So all along. He was the polar bear.
But just because he was Beartron X doesn't mean that he's the new Cyclops serial killer.
Right.
He carved out Iris's eye and stabbed Oda. And probably killed Renju and Shoko.
But you were just telling the boss to slow down!
Making So Sejima the new Cyclops killer.
Thank you, Pewter.
Don't thank me yet. Hurry up and get So.
Yeah, you're right.
I turned around and made my way to the exit. But right when I was about to open the door, it was open from the other side.
Boss.
Okay, here we go.
Boss, listen. The bloodstain in the cold storage warehouse.
I know. I got a report from Pewter.
Well, then you already know. I'm heading there right now.
Heading where?
She's gonna stop him.
Where else? To So's house.
Date, I'm sorry, but you can't do that.
What?
Is it a political cover thing?
He could possibly have that kind of pull.
As the chief of Abyss, it's on Boss's shoulders to have to do stuff like that.
I can't let you get So.
Oh, he's dead now. I bet he's the next victim.
Boss, I don't understand.
This comes from the top.
Oh, okay.
So and the head office have been tight-knit
Yeah.
for 20 years now. They can't go against So's wishes. It's corruption and bribes to be sure, but there's also some kind of blackmail.
And, I mean, obviously I'm not justifying any of this or saying this is right. It's not my intention. If Date goes out there, he's gonna get trashed.
Because his guards have guns.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about battle power. Like, Boss has to stop him from doing this. The only way for Date to succeed at this is for him to defy the boss's wishes, which he would have to do, and find decisive evidence.
Unmistakable proof.
Blackmail?
So knows something. Something that the public can never know. If that secret got out, the authority of law would be thrown into question, and the entire police force would be at risk.
Yeah, it's politics.
So has something on HQ?
Yes, almost certainly. That's why I can't let you go. Do you understand?
It doesn't mean that she likes it.
Hell no.
I see. Then I'm sorry, but I have no choice but to take you off this case.
Hey, boss, come on.
If she temporarily suspends him, takes him off the case, etc., then
the department's not responsible for his actions?
Exactly.
Are you serious?
I mean, why else would you jump to something like this so fast?
Are you serious? You gotta be kidding
and
me!
She can't say anything to him. She has to do her job. She has to be in her place, and she has to rile him up to make sure that he does it.
She knows him too well. I had enough. I pushed past Boss and left the room.
Whatever it is that Boss knows, Pewter seems to know it too. You know, about, like, Date's past.
Oh yeah. I walked with a confident stride down the hall, with no hesitation. I had made up my mind.
Or rather, your mind was made up for you.
Shut up, voice in my head.
Okay, I guess I will. Not like you didn't actually decide this after all.
I was going to So Seijima's mansion. I got into my car, turned the key, and slammed my foot on the gas.
Take that, gas!
Shut up, voice in my head.
Okay, sorry.
Date, are you sure you want to do this? You still have a chance to turn around.
Aiba could do something if he really had to be stopped.
Yeah.
If you put your hands on So, you will never be able to return to Abyss.
I don't care. I don't want to work for a rotten organization in the pocket of some politician. When this is over, I'll open a restaurant in Okinawa or something.
It's like that smile on her face.
Or I could become a private eye. Okay.
Wait!
Oh, should I make it a soba place instead?
Totally.
That's not what I mean. You have a video message.
Is it from the prisoner, mayhaps?
The video?
Oh yeah, mysterious prisoner number 89.
Look!
Or it's from Boss. Oh god,
Mizuki!
no!
What the?
Shit!
No, bad.
Mizuki! Mizuki!
Is she hidden in the speaker?
That's actually kind of nice. I'm just relieved that she's still here.
And still has both her eyes.
I mean, this is it's a message, but it's also an acknowledgement that if this is so, which makes sense, or like his organization or his dudes, it's not the Kumakuras.
No.
If this were so, he probably knows that it would get bad for him if he were to actually do something, because then he starts to earn the personal enmity of the organization.
Right.
Like, there's only so far you can go in these cases.
Whereas this sends a message without endangering himself further.
Honestly, the more that I think about it, the worse of an idea this is. He just shouldn't have done anything at all.
Yeah.
Not that I'm trying to give him advice. Lastly...
Well, the bad guys always got to do something to make it personal for the good guys. That's just how it works, man.
Lastly, I look at the duct tape. That's hilarious. It's like a photo of duct tape, like textured onto the face. Nice.
Where are you? Don't worry, I'll find you.
Okay, now for the ultimate trollery. Do we look around the rest of the room before finding her in the speakers?
Of course we do, Damon.
I know. Mizuki is in the fridge.
I opened the fridge.
There's 300 Cleone.
Nope, only 100.
Maybe Mizuki was boiled up with some tomato and chicken.
Oh, sounds delicious.
You think she's a zucchini?
A Mizukini? Well, I guess I'll make myself some eggs.
Seems like a good time.
No, now's not the time!
I said it seems like a good time!
Shut up, voice in my head!
Oh, okay, fine. I guess I'll stop. Not trying to be a bother. I can't help it. Look, if you were a voice in someone's head, you'd be like this too.
Maybe under the rug?
You do not have a cellar.
Why is there so much extra dialogue here?
Because all the previous areas haven't.
Ah!
Wait, more seriously.
Maybe under the desk?
Are you blind? Mizuki isn't there.
Maybe Mizuki was converted into quantum data and downloaded into the computer.
Well, that's a good idea.
Are you joking at a time like this?
Mizuki!
Are you in this garbage can?
Nope, she's not in there.
Date, you must be deeply confused and disoriented right now.
No, it's payback for everything Mizuki has done.
Please calm down.
Come on, we only have a few more things to look at. We'll find her then.
Date, her voice is coming from somewhere near the audio equipment.
Yes, we know.
She must be around there.
I've got it. She's in the Adore Rabbit.
You're right. She's in the Adore Rabbit. I knew you were evil, Adore Rabbit.
I didn't do it. I mean, this time.
No. Mizuki, I can't believe you turned into this.
It's okay, Date. I still love you.
I hate you.
If you don't stop joking around, I will kick your brain's ass.
You already have.
Date, the hollow space in the speaker.
Right.
Perhaps Mizuki is in there.
Doesn't this kind of have an awful implication that whoever tied her up knew this was here?
Mizuki!
Date, hurry! Help her!
It could also be that you look around and you see a speaker like that, and you're like, that would be a good place.
Fair enough.
After all, this is like this giant studio apartment. Where else could they put her?
Why would they need to hide her, though, if she was supposed to be a message? Don't you think that's strange?
No. It's like further part of the threat.
I know.
Damn it, Mizuki, why am I always finding you hiding in stuff?
Ruining this memory for her, too.
Aw, man.
Are you okay?
Obviously.
That hurt, idiot! Pull it off more gently. You're late, by the way.
Okay, she's fine.
I was about to suffocate, just so you know. This is so typical. You're never there when you need to be. Just like 6 months ago. I was about to miss the bus, and you...
Actually, stay like that for a while. Huh?
Halt, you!
I don't believe this.
Okay, well, I'm glad she's okay.
Silence is gold, but duct tape is silver.
Okay, what did you see? So we have a letter saying stop. Mizuki had to have seen something.
She doesn't have aphonia or aphasia or whatever it was, so she should be able to tell us exactly what happened.
Billy, did you really say she doesn't have aphonia?
I couldn't remember what it was called.
Billy, she just was jabbering constantly and hating Date for like 45 seconds straight.
I was merely drawing attention to the differences between this time and the last time she was involved in something shady. Are you okay?
I'm not hurt.
Yeah, she's obviously fine.
My mouth stings a little. Thanks to you ripping the tape off my face. If I get fat lips from this, I'm gonna make you pay for cosmetic surgery.
I don't think that causes that, but fair point.
Don't girls want bigger lips, though?
Who did this?
3 men. The doorbell rang and they said they were delivery men.
Open up the encyclopedia and show her a picture of bodyguard.
Did they all look exactly the same?
I thought you had bought another one of your weird videos or something, so I opened the door. And they sprayed me with tear gas.
Did you see their faces?
No, they were all wearing masks.
What about their build?
It is probable that they are working for So. They may be his bodyguards or hired thugs.
It just makes me so mad.
Yeah, absolutely.
If they didn't get the jump on me...
You would have murdered them, I know, sweetie.
Yeah, come on, I'll take you along.
I would have... Pow! Bang! Bam! Wham!
Mizuki, I have just one thing to say. Never in my life have I bought any weird videos.
I've always downloaded them for free, and just so you know.
That's what you wanted to say?
We know who the culprit is.
What?
We identified the person inside the polar bear.
The man who tried to kill Iris and Ota?
Yes. And also, the man who killed your parents.
Well,
you shouldn't make that connection just yet.
I mean, he could say, maybe the person who killed your parents.
Who?
Congressman So Sejima.
Doesn't it seem like it would be a letdown for it to be this simple?
100%, and that's why I'm completely distrusting of it. Keep in mind how BSG this game is, so you know there's a monster of a plot twist somewhere.
So?
Do you know him?
Kinda. I've seen him on TV before. But why?
I don't know why yet, but it was definitely his blood at the cold storage warehouse.
I can't believe it. I'll never forgive him. I'll get him for this.
Whoa. Just calm down. Let's go kick his butt, though.
Yeah. I'm going to So's right now.
Mizuki, I'm going to So's house now.
Please bring her along.
Are you leaving me behind again?
No, not anymore.
Yeah, now is the time. Besides, he has no backup, and so this time, it's time for him to have superhuman powers, girl. And if So is the person who killed her parents, she deserves to come for this. She has, for whatever reason, the strange capabilities that she does. If now isn't the time to use them, then when?
Even if I tried to leave you behind, you'd still come with me, wouldn't you?
You'd hide in the back seat because I never look over my shoulder.
So are you ready?
What should I be prepared for?
Guns.
So's bodyguards will be armed.
You nailed it.
It might get messy.
Bring it. I'll put them in the ground.
Don't kill them.
Yeah,
I
please.
feel important that I have to stress that.
We need him alive, and I need you to stay safe.
Like, you hit them once or twice, they're done. You don't need to keep going after them. You look for the next one. And keep looking out for people shooting at you.
Can you do that?
Always.
Always?
Occasionally. Anyway. Date, you have to understand. He killed my parents. I saw their bodies with my own eyes. If I turn back now, I'll go crazy.
I know. You don't have to say it.
Let's go.
5 minutes.
This is turning into more of an action revenge story than I expected.
I know, right?
Give us a second before all the carnage starts, please.
Now you know, there is no better place to end than right here.
BSG away!